Today I'm going to show you how to make basic edits of your long exposure photos using Adobe Lightroom. Adobe Lightroom is a great photo editor that allows you to make basic changes and apply cool effects to your digital images. First thing we need to do is importing the image or images you want to edit. So go to File and click on Import Photos and Video. Then look for the folder where you have your image stored. Select the pictures you want to import and click Import. The photos will be located in your Lightroom library now. To edit the photos, go to the Develop tab. I will be editing a 30 seconds long exposure taken in Maine using a Fujifilm mirrorless camera. The first tool I will be using is the Crop tool. I'm gonna crop the photo to give more emphasis to the Milky Way and reduce the size of the foreground to a third of the frame. At the same time, I want to even the image with the horizons since it's a little bit crooked. After cropping, we can move forward to the Basic Tools menu on the right of the screen. Since every photo is different, you will need to explore what settings work best for your image and your personal style. In this case, I will be making the image warmer using the temperature slider and adjusting the tone so it's not too magenta or too green. In long exposure photography, it's very common to use the highlight slider in order to reduce the burning in some areas of the photo. It is also common to reduce the shadows to show more details of the frame. It is helpful to make whites a bit more prominent while at the same time increasing the blacks if you want to create more contrast. For landscapes, it's helpful to increase the clarity and sharpness of the photo. But be careful about these settings because if you overdo it, we can make our photo look fake. Some pictures benefit from increasing the vibrance, which accents the colors in the photo. Others require a more dramatic increase of color, and that can be done using the saturation slider. Lightroom has very useful tools if you need to modify a specific part of the photo. These tools are located on top of the basic menu. For this image, I want the Milky Way to stand out, so I will be using the adjusting brush to select the areas I want to edit. I can see what I selected clicking on the Show Selected Mask overlay box, and the mask will look red. But I also want to see how my edits affect the whole look, so I'm going to turn it off. Now I'm going to add more clarity, sharpness, and create more contrast, adding more highlights and shadows to the area. Finally, I will increase the saturation to bring up the colors of the Milky Way. Last thing I will do to this image is removing this airplane light trail that could be distracting for some people. In order to remove an object, we can use the spot removal tool. We just need to select the area to be removed and then locate the best sampling area that will be cloned to give the effect that the object was never there. Now we can see what are the main differences in the edition using the before and after tool. When you are ready and happy with your edition, you can save your photo going to File and clicking on Export. You can save this picture now as a JPEG and put it in any folder you want. Adobe Lightroom has other interesting features that will enhance your photos and make editing easier. But just like any other photography tool, the best way to learn it is by exploration and practice. And that is all for now. We just went over the very basic editing tools in Adobe Lightroom and how to use them in a long exposure photo.